Hey, what up ladies and gents, it's your favorite Asian robot, and one day I'll be your favorite Diablo 4 content creator. Well, hopefully I will be. Anyway, I wanted to tell you guys about hotfix number 3, which has fully deployed apparently according to this forum post, but you won't actually find it on the Battle.net launcher. Alright, so at the time of filming this, let me just show you my Battle.net launcher really quickly. I need to add the window. Okay, so if we were to look at my Battle.net launcher, this is what it looks like right now. The latest thing is the catch-up on the Season of the Malignant Campfire Chat, which I will go through, but if you go to the latest patch notes, the last one shows 20th of July. It doesn't show this update that's on the forums. So yeah, I figured y'all might want to know about that. But anyway, let me go through it with you. Basically, what they've done is that they have made the endgame easier. The previous tier 100 dungeons will feel like what tier 70 used to feel like previously. Obviously, this is because of the changes in the patch, where if you remember my patch notes video, part 2, I stated that the endgame has to be brought down. Monster scaling has to be brought down in line with the nerfs that we received to our armor. Because it wasn't so much the damage that was a problem. Our damage was always capable of absolutely wiping out things above our level, even post-nerf. But the issue that most of us faced was actually the survival that we did not have at the tier 100 dungeons without like literally perfect gameplay, perfect stats, things like that. It was exceptionally difficult to survive under those circumstances. So this actually makes it a lot easier. And just to go through with you what they've actually changed, basically they are adjusting the values of hit points and damage for monsters at the various higher tiers of gameplay. So at tier 35, for example, they've approximately reduced monster hit points by about 2%, and their damage has been reduced by 1%. By the time you get to about tier 50, their hit points have been reduced by 20% of what it was before, and their overall damage has been reduced by about 13% of what it was before. Tier 70 has been reduced by 54% in terms of damage, hit points by 60%, and tier 100 has seen their hit points culled by literally 82%, and their damage reduced by a total of 79%. So, yeah, this is a major change to the monster scaling, because all the nerfs that they've done right now are to allow for more build variety, because certain builds outperformed, and I mentioned this, they overperformed by a wide margin, taking on stuff 20, 30 levels above. Now, this is awesome, but not the ideal, which they've tried to create. They've tried to create the ideal by talking about the level offsets. Okay, and the level offsets are what is now really driving the leveling process, so that by the time you get to 100 and you're taking on these higher tier nightmare dungeons, you should not feel so out of your depth that you cannot complete them with good gear and a strong party around you, you see. So this is done to ensure that you can still reach the end game without completely collapsing. All right. They've also done some bug fixes for some of the new aspects, some of the progressions that were blocked or bugged in quests, things like that. So I'll include the link to this in the description of this video if you want to check it out for yourself. But yeah, I don't know why this wasn't on the Battle.net launcher, because apparently this has already been fully deployed. And it was like 8 hours ago, 9 hours ago. So yeah, I thought I'd alert you guys to this. And other than that, let me also just catch you up, because people said they wanted a catch up on the Campfire chest. I wasn't really on the Campfire Chat chest. I wasn't really gonna do it, but I figured, you know what, I may as well go through it. So allow me to just pull the Battle.net launcher behind me. We will maximize it as much as we can. So you can catch the video here if you want to, but basically They want to keep the game fun for players. They want to have a wide variety of viable builds possible. And right now, there are a lot of viable builds because, like I said, monster scaling, now that it's been tuned down in Nightmare Dungeons, and also since the offset has been introduced, more builds are capable of keeping up with one another. So, I mean, the outperformers were kind of brought in line, and a lot of them are still very strong. Like, I'm still using Bone Spear, but like there are other competitive elements. Like Bloodlance is now a very hot one for the Necromancers. Some have gone completely summon pathway, and minions are lasting much longer thanks to the Malignant Hearts in the new season. So it's all going really well, and the reasons for this are obvious, you know. So basically, what they want to do in this new season is they want to keep the game fresh. They want to keep introducing new items and powers each season, and they want to evolve the end game, you know. So they really want to challenge us, but at the same time, they don't want it to be so challenging that we cannot complete it with a more diverse build, you know? And basically, they're going to let some builds be overpowered until we have provided compelling alternatives. So that's good, and that's part of the player feedback that we talked about. Other builds need to be brought up to speed rather than, you know, just the overpowered ones completely nerfed into the dirt without anything done for monster scaling. So this is, in as some would say, a band-aid solution, but I think it's a pretty damn good band-aid because it is really allowing us to experiment with our builds freely under the watch of the leveling offset, and then when we do reach endgame, we can start to see where the discrepancies and inefficiencies are, and if something is overpowered, hopefully it won't be by too much. All right, so yeah. That is what their intentions are. And they stated why they released patch 1.1.0. And basically, Diablo 4 was meant to be a capped power experience and not an endless grind. So they recognize that it feels bad to take away power, but they wanted multiple builds to be powerful enough to defeat the toughest foes. And one build shouldn't be the only way to play a class. Unfortunately, it was this way in the preseason. Anyone who tells you this is kind of lying because pretty much one build kind of superseded all. Bone Spear pre-nerf was godlike in terms of damage, alright? I have completely ripped people higher level than me in PvP. Granted, it was with a team, but given their better gear, I was level 70, they were level 100. Come on, they should have been able to completely wreck me, but they couldn't because as long as somebody else could keep them busy for a second, Bone Spear was dishing out insane damage, so, you know. Some stuff like that, nerfs had to happen. They also know that Nightmare Dungeons are currently way too difficult, and they should feel achievable through multiple builds, and high-level tiers are particularly overtuned toward difficulty, so that's why they brought out the hotfix to tune them down, okay? They have decided to address multiple concerns, and they want to change the approach to patching. They want a more surgical approach, and they want to improve communication with the community, okay? They are planning to introduce several changes in patch 1.1.1. All right, they plan to evolve the endgame with high monster density for powerful builds to mow down enemies, as well as improve the activities to challenge your build. They believe that making certain changes to certain builds, rebalancing Nightmare Dungeons, and creating more engaging endgame experiences will ultimately result in a better game for, you know, us players. That said, this is a live service game, so I can understand their point of view on this. It is different, and many people have pointed out to me that other games have a better endgame. I still disagree because I very much enjoy the endgame of just farming dungeons with my clan, but maybe people don't enjoy that. Hopefully there's more activities. I mean, at least now there's Malignant Tunnels as well to add to the flavor of things. Now, in terms of the upcoming patch 1.1.1, all right, they have already done the hotfix that will introduce the changes to the Nightmare Dungeons. I've just literally talked about this with you guys. They plan on implementing Nightmare Dungeon tuning changes to pair with class changes, all right? Barbarians and Sorcerers, with Sorcerers first, will be getting adjustments to their legendary aspects in patch 1.1.1. Again, this is because Sorcerers are, despite the improved power of Malignant Hearts, they're still relative underperformers. Why do I say relative underperformers? Because I'm just going to be real with you guys. The Bone Spear Necro still gets a lot of crit rate. And Sorcerers don't really have this. And sorcerers also lack range in terms of a lot of their abilities that the Bone Spear Necro has. And the Bone Spear's Necros, for example, aspects improve the build drastically. Sorcerers kind of don't get the same love. So this would be a great way of seeing that through, yeah? Monster density will be substantially increased in Nightmare Dungeons, so woohoo, more monsters to kill, I'm loving that. There'll be additional stash tabs, and elixir stack size increases are also coming. Gold respec costs are going to be reduced by 40%, so it's going to be easier to respec your characters, but I'm still praying that they introduce the armory because it's not so much the cost that I'm worried about. 9 million gold is a snap to earn, assuming you know what you're doing. Here's the problem. I have to individually refund each freaking node. Come on, that's not the way, man. No, you gotta give us an easier way to respec, because that's not it. That's not it, okay? We need that. They are looking to make the leveling journey from 50 to 100 to be a bit faster, and they want to increase the XP bonuses for playing on higher world tiers. I say that that's good, but listen, do you know what's the most boring, guys? Can you please also increase the XP for 1 to 50? Because it's kind of boring doing it this way. Like, if the skip campaign option, assuming we're not doing the campaign, could you give us faster leveling from 1 to 50? Would be kind of cool if you did, all right? They plan on going through these changes in their live stream next week. You guys can tune into that if you want. But yeah, that's about it. Next Campfire Chat is at July 28th. So that is about it. I'm only doing this summary because people asked me to. So I hope that that helps. Enjoy the new hotfix. All right, those of you who, you know, reached the end game in like 2 days, you know, if you did, enjoy this. I'm going to be taking my time with my clan. But, you know, y'all enjoy this and look forward to a balanced end game. I'm looking forward to seeing how my builds perform in the end game and all that kind of stuff, because I think it's going to be pretty damn interesting. So yeah, that is about it. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you want to support my channel, you want to support the content that we do. Let me also say, here are our thanks to our top supporters. All right, you guys have made streaming, you know, content creation all possible for me. I just want to thank these amazing individuals. Zane Hoagland, our biggest tipper. Bravo7910, Jason Leaving, also top tippers. Top super chatter goes to Zane Hoagland again. Top membership gifters, Sabingu, Mike Cawthorn. And top super chatters, Chris Muck, Mike Cawthorn, River Archer 124, Kenzo, Hashirama, and Ray's Reality. All right, thank you guys so much. Thank you to my cosmetic sponsors, Sinner, Sabingu, Newbie S92, and Zane Hoagland. You guys are amazing. Now, you're going to probably hear Zane's name one more time, all right? Because we're going to also thank the channel members who have made all this content possible. Here is my shout out to all these channel members. Starting out at the very top level, we actually finally have somebody at the top level. It is Zane Hoagland at the only fan level, all right? Thank you so much for that. Our top fan, Death Dawning 982, or well, our longest standing fan, I should probably say, at Plus Ultra, 16 months, Death Dawning 982. Zach and FG, Rogue Assassin, OG, Jerry Fast, all of Prestige, thank you guys so much. In terms of our honored robots, we have the following: Corey Ryu, Marcel, Kaishiwa, Bob John, Maxim Lotz, Devin Lashin, Mookie Mocha, Rena, Chase Taylor, Nathan Strong, Sabingu, Lady Neo, Joey Danze, Daraverse, Che D12, I'm Peeps, Syed Assad, Coda CMF, Kami SMH, Conrad C, Nate the Great, and Benjamin Savage. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to all of you. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you, adventurers, for enjoying this chat.